Alright guys, so for this portion of PLC, I'm going to walk you through how to use this screencasting tool. So last year at PLC, we looked at a screencasting tool for you as teachers to use to do e-learning videos, to provide videos, so you can differentiate your instruction in class, to make videos for when a sub comes in and do all those kind of pieces. Okay, the tool that we're going to use today is more of a screencasting tool for students to use. So the reason students might use a screencasting tool, just for a couple of examples, 5th grade is using the screencasting tool to have their students make book talks in class. Okay, you could also, if you have kind of collaborative groups in class and you want to be able to hear that discussion that's happening, you can have students use Screencastify to record their group discussions and then use a rubric to score it and do those kind of pieces. Okay, so there's lots of different possibilities. So as I walk through this tutorial, I encourage you to pause the video if there's parts where you need to stop, kind of process a little bit, rewind if there's parts you want to hear again, fast forward if there's parts that you kind of know and you want to skip through. Okay, that's kind of the beauty of video, is that every person who watches the video can kind of learn from it at their own pace. Okay. So what I'm going to have you guys do is do this with me. So we're going to go ahead and open up Google Chrome. Okay, we're first going to put this Screencastify on your teacher computer. That way you can get used to it and comfortable from it from a student perspective. So to do that, we first need to go to the Chrome web store. So I'm going to click over here on Apps. When I click on Apps, I'm going to click on where it says Web Store. Okay, when I click on Web Store, up here I'm going to search for Screencastify. Okay, and then I'm going to click on this blue Add to Chrome button and add extension one more time. You can see that now it's been added. Okay, it looks like this little movie strip right over here. Okay, the first time you use Screencastify, you do have to kind of click through a couple of introductory things. Your students will have to do that also, but it's normally very quick and they normally can pick it up very fast. So what you're going to do is click on this little film strip over here. Okay. You might have a couple of different setup options, like set up camera access or set up tab recording, based on how you already have your device set up. So all you have to remember is throughout this whole section, just keep clicking set up, accept, and next. Just kind of keep clicking through it and setting it up and you'll be good to go. Again, remember, just pause the video until everybody's kind of clicked through this and then you'll be good to go. Okay. The only thing you want to make sure you notice is make sure that you are saving all your video files to your Google Drive. Okay. So it's going to ask me to sign in to verify that it can access my account. Okay, and then I can set up tab recording, and again I can just hit my allow button to set that all up. Alright, it's going to pop up with like a little video tutorial. You're welcome to watch that later if you want, but we won't watch it today just because we really won't need it. Alright, so if that video pops up, again, I just exit out of that tab so that my video is gone. Now, when I normally want to go make a video, all I do, again, I'm going to open up Google Chrome. I'm going to come over here to my extension, my Screencastify. Okay, up is going to pop my different options. So what I always tell students is that you want all of these boxes to have a pink check mark in them. If they have a pink check mark, that means you're good to go. So there's different recording options you can use. So a tab recording, that's one I don't envision students using very often. A tab recording would be you're only recording one tab. So I could record just my email or just the Chrome Web Store. But if I try to navigate between the two, I couldn't record both, and so it's not very useful. What most students are going to use a lot is this desktop. So when you record your desktop, you can record what's on your screen and you in the corner or just on your screen. So that's the tool that I'm using right now on my computer. Okay, you can also record your camera. Okay, and that's what you saw in the very first video where it's just my face. It's not anything else that's on my screen. Okay, excuse me. I'm going to show you what it looks like on the desktop. So again, I want all my boxes to have a pink check mark. Okay, and then I'm going to simply hit Record Desktop. A little box is going to pop up and it's going to ask me, do I want to share my entire screen? And on a student Chromebook, it should be called Internal Display or Application Window, and on a Chromebook, it'd be called Tab. Okay, you're going to want to share your entire screen. That way you can navigate back and forth in between tabs. If you do just one application window, again, you could only record just the Chrome Web Store or just the mail. You couldn't really do both. So I'm going to hit Share. On a student Chromebook, it will give me a 3, 2, 1 countdown. I kind of have my sound turned off, that way you guys aren't able to hear it and it doesn't get messed up with, because I'm kind of using two screencasting tools at the same time. So what I'm going to have you guys do is go ahead and pause this video, go ahead and make your very own screencast. You can just say a couple words, you could teach one of your lessons that you have coming up, just something so you can kind of get used to the look and feel of it. Okay, and then hit play once you're ready to see how to end your video. Alright guys, so when you want to go ahead and stop your video, on the preview window you can click stop here, or up on your film strip, you can also click on the film strip and click end recording. So either way is fine. When you're done, excuse me, or when it's done, it's going to pop up with this preview window. So you can see any recording that you make is automatically saved to your Google Drive for you. Okay, it'll be saved to your Google Drive, and you can use that to share your video or do whatever you need to do with it. Okay, so if you click up here to screencast, you can go ahead and rename your screencast. Okay, to view all the recordings you've ever made, you can use this button right here. If you want to download your video so it's actually saved to your actual computer, you can click here. Okay, you can also share your video on YouTube or your Google Drive. Okay, you can also, there's a crop and trim feature, but that is only if you use the paid version, and we can show you some different tools to use later. Unfortunately, with this version of Screencastify, if students do make an oops, they do have to restart, which is kind of an unfortunate part, but we can show you some tools later on that can fix that. Okay, and if you want to just completely delete it, you can go ahead and hit delete. Okay, so what I want you guys to go ahead and do now is go ahead and try to make a couple go ahead and save your screencast. Go ahead and try to share it with somebody else and just kind of spend some time playing and exploring for a little bit.